For the longest time, I thought my sensitivity was something I need to fix. Like, don't be too excited, don't care too much, just be more chill. So recently, I started trying the opposite, not hiding, all of those things about me, just to see if something would happen. And turns out it did. Hi, I'm Christina, and I want to make my life more me again. Hi, I'm Christina. I'm 28 years old, and for a very long while, I thought that being sensitive is a very stupid thing. That it's annoying, that it's why am I always overthinking everything? Why am I always feeling sad for the rest of the day if I see an old person sitting alone in a cafe? It's so exhausting for me to act like I don't care, to act like I don't feel excited right now, that I have so many ideas swirling around. I want to use those things that I always used to fight so much and use it for me. So today I want to dive into our amazing ability to notice things, to notice the small things that other people seem to walk by. That was beautiful. And how we can really make that, I don't want to say it, but kind of our superpower. Okay, so I wrote them down here. I tried most of them, so I do feel somewhat confident to share them with you, but we're just exploring, okay? So take what you want and leave what you don't, and let's go. Okay, first thing that did come to my mind. This is probably the most random thing, but I don't know, it just came to my mind. We could use our skill to be so aware of our environment. We could become a really great bird watcher. Or any animal, but I just really like birds. That was the first thing that came to my mind, so I was like, why not share it with you? Maybe it inspires something. Or maybe it's because I recently watched a Jane Goodall documentary, and she really inspired me because she just spent so much time observing nature. And then she discovered so many amazing things about animal behavior, the world, basically. How cool. Okay, next. Get into painting, whatever you notice. Let me actually show you what I did. Okay, I could have prepared this a bit better, but we live and learn. Last summer, I wanted to get into painting, but I felt kind of uninspired. Should I paint? I don't know. And then I was on a beach holiday, and I always carried this thing with me because I was like, oh, what if inspiration strikes? And I was just looking around, taking in the scenery, and then I noticed how the sun was hitting the stone wall and it reflected back on the water. It looked so cool. I tried to take a picture, you couldn't really see it. Let's paint that. So I started painting it. Let me look it up for you where it is. Then I painted pigeons sitting at that beach where I saw the sun, which you can't see, which you really can't see. I tried. I actually was planning to hang that up in a frame, which I didn't do yet. But now that we talk about it, I want to do it. You guys. Actually, when we stick to art, another thing, I wear glasses when I write, when I work, or when I read. I like those glasses. They deserve to have a cute little spot as well. So I made this. I got inspired by Emma Chamberlain. She also did something, I think, like this. Let me show you how it looks with the glasses. It's like this. How cool! Okay, my little glasses. You don't need to lay on the dirty table. You can just lay in here. I don't know if it sounds so ridiculous, but that gave me so much confidence as well, because I'm just listening more to what I want to do. I don't know, you guys. Okay. So this is kind of similar, but more in a fashion context. For example, a lot of times I feel like when I speak with people, they're like, oh my god, I really love that outfit of that person. I don't really know what it is. And I'm like, is it maybe that red button? They're like, oh my god, yes. This you can spin as how big as you want, you can just enjoy it for yourself, which is always amazing. Or you could be the fashion creator, editor, stylist with the eye for detail. So it's a lot of what people maybe subconsciously notice, but you're the one who sees it. That's so cool. Next, this is something I'm working on right now. I don't know how to describe that. Maybe I should have thought about that first. I'm personally really interested in how things are connected, how people are forming relationships, what goes on. I love observing those things and thinking about those things. And I was like, maybe I can start writing about those things, doing research on things, writing about observations. This is exactly what we're good at, we should dive into that. Let me show you what I have already. I started gathering ideas. For example, one thing I notice a lot going on is that especially women, they tend to hold themselves back a lot. I notice it a lot, also in me. So I start writing about it. I have no idea if somebody wants to read it, but just writing about it is really fun. It flows. That brings me to my last one. We spoke now a lot about potential hobbies, side quests, but I really like it more like a relationship context, with your friends, with your family, with your partner. Because we notice all those small things, we can be the people who give super genuine compliments that will stick with people forever. For example, I have a friend and she hugs very nicely. It feels so genuine, the perfect amount of pressure. She seems to be very good at that. And I told her that. She was so happy, you know, because she always wanted to be the kind of person who is very welcoming. It meant a lot to her, and it meant a lot to me that I expressed what I noticed, what was on my mind. And then we high-fived each other. No, we didn't. Whatever you notice about somebody. And I feel like this really made our relationship much deeper because it was something so genuine and emotional and personal to her. I feel like we're much closer now. Guys, okay, so this is everything that I came up with from the top of my head. How we can make our sensitivity, specifically noticing things, how we can make that our superpower. Like, there are so many things that we can do with being sensitive, and I know, and I'm really not saying it's not exhausting. It is. I'm there with you, trust me. But it's good to know that we're not at the mercy of trying to squeeze ourselves maybe into like shapes where we can't be our best selves, you know, where we can't bloom the way we're meant to bloom with all the amazing things that we have to offer. Let me know if you like this type of video. I really enjoyed doing it because it made me also realize the opportunities I still have. Because like sometimes I feel like when I try to do things that are like, okay, like maybe more like cool, I'm not really good at them, you know, which is fine. You don't need to be good at everything, but it's exhausting for me. I'm not really good at them. If you have other things that you notice that you really enjoy doing, that really like come easy to you, let me know. I will add them to the list. And now there is one thing I want to do, and you can come with me. I want to go on a walk now. I want to see what I notice. Maybe it's gonna be nothing, maybe it's gonna be super random things, maybe it's gonna be really cool things, like, I don't know, like a new coffee place. It's an awareness walk. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate you hanging out with me, and I speak to you in a couple of days. Okay, bye.